Now, a mediator does not mediate between one but two, right? If we're both in you, then we're both also from you. Like, you're a hermaphrodite, not male or female, right? That's what the Gnostic Christians were saying, right? M7. Now, if you're one and I'm two, and my female, okay, and you mediate between us both, the Jew, the Gentile, two races, right? The bond, the free, two races, two class of people, right? In other words, the slave and the free man, right? But you're neither bond nor free, right? What does that mean, right? Right. Certain things you can do, but certain things you can't do, like murder, rape, right? Even if someone was to rape you, you don't retaliate for it either, or try to murder you. You don't go around murdering people just because they do it to you, right? That's another example of some people can murder here, but you know better, so you don't do it, right? It's like being tempted to go into the bathroom with a girl or not, right? If I had sex with one of the women, right, in the back of the store in a little storage closet area, right, I would also have had sex with one in the bathroom, whether I remember it or not. The best, right? You can't say I wouldn't if the girl wanted to and I lost an hour of time around her either. That's your problem. I went to the salon for just a nail job before I went to my regular movie. And you know my routines if you're on YouTube, right? If I go out, I'm going somewhere. I got a schedule, right? I'm going to see a damn movie, right? Which was Harriet or Terminator, right? Whatever number it is, I forget all that detail, but it's the one with the girl where she's the robot and she's got this mesh stuff in her and all that, right? Whatever. But she's not quite another Terminator, but something different, right? Again, with the blondish girl, right? She. Alright, that one ain't came out yet. Where's that one? Harriet should be coming out soon too, right? Both movies. Are you delaying their release of DVD or right? Like they're not supposed to be coming up next, right? Or did you think we forgot about them? Because I also do Redbox. I ain't heard of them coming out on Redbox yet, right? It's about time for them, ain't it? You think I don't know this? And what happened to Duck Goose with Jim Gaffigan, right? What happened to that movie? Did y'all just shuffle it, right? Supposed to be about the, Goose flying south for the winter with a bunch of hatchlings and trying to teach him the meaning of life. What happened to that movie, right? You just shuffle it or something, right? Now, yes, the Goose is sarcastic the whole time, it seems, right? But what happened to that movie? I wanted to see it too, right? I'm current. Are you? So again, if John thought you had Stethos in his gospel, and he changes it to Blastoise, what does that mean, right? One means male chest, one means female chest. Either John's confused or he didn't know this till he saw Jesus naked on the cross, right? And that's the only place you would see him naked in Israel, right? Is on the cross. Idiot. And how does he know about the girdle? He felt the girdle through the garment. Right. And you want to seal the truth, right? John's trying to tell you in Revelations. You want to keep it a secret, meaning that, right? And it's one of the 7 seals from the book of Revelation itself. He also uses Stethon, which is a different spelling of Stethos. I guess it's more plural or something. I don't know, right? Even Jesus can sometimes end with an N that way. What does that mean? What does that mean? Soon, is that the plural of Jesus, right? I don't know. You know, y'all talk about the 3-titty woman, but even 2 breasts are better than 1, right? Now, Shiva, for example, has 1 breast of a female, 1 of a male, right? That's somewhat androgynous. And guess what? Women can have different sized boobs too, right? One can be larger than the other sometimes. It's called body dysmorphia, right? Listen to the word dysmorphia. Christ morphed and metamorphed. 2 other people appeared from him. Could that be his male and female side, Peter? And not Moses and Elijah as you thought? Right. Means your self-righteousness replaced the truth of Christ with your false Jewish doctrine of the first century. Therefore you mix Christ with the myth of Christ. In other words, the reality of who Jesus was did not meet the myth of the Jews about the Messiah. So who's wrong there? The Jews, not the Messiah, not the Messiah. As well, Peter. Whether you're around still or not, your spirit remains. And it's Antichrist Christ, right? Because he didn't fit your bill, right? You can't serve 2 masters either, Peter, right? How long do you stand between 2 opinions? Either Christ is the Messiah because he was both, or he's not because the Jews were right. He's supposed to be a man, right? And that will be another excuse for that century Jew to deny him, but they can't because the scriptures support God's neither as well. They too use the term Shaddai for God, which is breasted enough. Female breasted enough, and they talk about the female breasted kings, right? Isaiah does, right? And that's another seal you sealed. You change it from female breast to riches, right? And it's talking about kings with female breasts who can give son to a child. Which Isaiah knew about hermaphrodites too, if he's talking about that, right? He knew of them. That's what that means, Illy, right? Not a lot of people do that, right? That's what I'm explaining as well. They're a rare human being born through the sin in Eden, which was having sex with an angel, which is both, right? Another thing the angels don't want you to know, they're both genders, right? They try to hide that knowledge from you, right? That's why they distract you that they're aliens or something. They're just one of the children of God from heaven who assumes a human form, but has to be both because they do it as an adult, not a child, right? They're not born through the womb, right? So you got to be both or neither, male nor female, Jew nor Gentile, bond nor free, right? You're born of a woman who knew no man. You're made as an adult like Adam before the fall. Now, after the fall, you have male or female too, right? There's another way you can look at yourself, right? You don't even see yourself as male and female anymore perfectly now, do you? That's another sin, right? But since we're all sinning, even gay people can make the same mistakes, sexually or otherwise, right? You're not to condemn the sinner because you're one too, right? During what's called the tribulation period, which could be up to 10,000 years full, at least. If it's not a 24-hour clock like ours, which could make it 24,000 years. You don't know, you don't know. All we know is that in the day Adam ate of, he surely died, right? Within 1,000 years or 930 years. What's that minus 1,000 anyway? 70 years less than 1,000 years, right? That's why Moses said that and used Adam's age to prove it, right? That's what he's doing there. He lived at least 1,000, close to 1,000 years after the sin as well, because he was still in Eden on the seventh day when he sinned, right? Now the day starts, so if it was a full day, right, or not, right, you don't know how long that is to God. It could have been an hour to God, and you don't know, right? And an hour of a day is 1,000 years, right? So half an hour will be 500 years, Christians. You're not thinking like a spirit, but like a mortal man who's doomed to die. No. The spirit is immortal. It never dies. It can't die. It sees, it knows how many times we've been replenished, too. We don't. Replenishes means also to remake, right? In other words, right? Everything you made before, right? It's the exact same way to see if you all do it the same again, right? And guess what? We probably do, right? We make the same stupid mistakes over and over and over again because we can't learn from our past. And they who don't learn from their past are doomed to repeat it, right? Exactly. That you don't want to know. And ignorance is not bliss here because you could know, right? Then you're willingly being ignorant. And what about it? God doesn't condemn you anyway. Satan does, right? You understand? One side wants to forgive you your trespass, one side don't. Simple as that. You know which is which. God forgives. Man don't, right? Who's following sinful Satan, right? Satan used to know that law, right? He used to be a good guy, but then he became evil itself, right? God created evil too. It wasn't meant to be, you know. That's what you forget too. He created evil through Satan's sin, right? He's a created being too, through Jesus, dumbass. If one is the firstborn of every creature, that means the other is his offspring, dumbass, right? It's automatic. If you make one first and the other is from him, right? Or after him, even, right? One has to be the father, mother, and one the son, daughter, right? And through him, the mother, father were all saved. Not the son, daughter, right? Who's rebelling from God, right? Which is like Ares to Zeus, right? You understand, right? Like Wonder Woman was saying, right? Right. It don't mean the theory or the plot of the movie isn't religiously correct either, right? Satan is the enemy and made himself the god of war to teach us good and evil and to do all this crap to each other. And that's the one we have to quit being like. Right? Aries, Mars. We need to be more like Jupiter, who's forgiving our mistakes, right? Or Zeus, or again, Odin, whatever you want to call the chief god, right? The head god knows we're children misbehaving, right? And despite our misbehavior, wants to save us from our evil deeds, right? The evildoer with us, right, is Satan and his fallen angels, right? They want us to drag us down to hell with them and kill us and make us mortal beings, right? But God has one power over Satan, healing power, right? Resurrection power. He can even heal leprosy as if he were shot, right? And if Jesus was pierced through with a spear, right, he could heal you of a bullet wound even, right? Up to it. But you gotta have the faith to declare it before they shoot you. I've been doing that for a while, right? Just in case. Just in case that's why my right eye gets mucusy like it is right now, right? I don't know why it does that. They say it's related to my high blood pressure. I don't know. I don't know. But okay, okay. Then why ain't it affecting both eyes, right? What I seem to do better than the other one, I always say that about that eye. You notice that too, right? One eye is fine, right? And the other eye gets mucusy as hell. I wonder why. I wonder why. And then you're on about my hairline because it's uneven. Oh God, no, don't uneven my hairline. Don't keep bringing that up. I'm gonna believe you one day. Not.